nāvavatu, saha bhunaktu, saha viryam karavavahai, tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Welcome everyone to today's session of weekly group meditation. But before we begin, can someone just confirm if they can see and hear me well on Discord? Yes, I got a thumbs up on Discord. Am I visible and audible appropriately on YouTube? If someone can confirm. Okay. Okay. Everything seems fine. Perfect. So, again, thank you for joining, and like our normal sessions, we'll begin with meditation, short meditation of 20 minutes. We'll do together, and then we'll go into a brief discussion about nonviolence, the first principle of yama, and then we can discuss if any specific thing is on anyone's mind. So let's begin with meditation, today's meditation. I'll be setting a timer for 20 minutes, and I'll be guiding you briefly through the meditation. Mostly it will be silent sit, but before that, let me sit. Okay. Make yourself comfortable. Sit either on floor or bed or wherever you are in cross-legged position, or if you are sitting on chair, you can sit on chair. Just scoop yourself to the front of the chair and make sure your back is not supported. You are not rested as if you might fall asleep. And make sure even if you are sitting on chair, make sure you are not wearing socks. Your feet are planted on the ground appropriately, not wearing any tight clothing, any belt or anything. And if you wear specs like me, this is the point where you can just remove the specs. Close your eyes. Make yourself comfortable. Keep your hands on your thighs facing upward, touching the thumb and the index finger. Keep your eyes closed. Let's take a deep breath. And as you exhale, relax into it. Take another deep breath. And as you exhale, relax even more. Take one last deep breath. And as you exhale, relax completely into this one. Allow your breath to flow naturally. Try to be completely still. Sit still and completely relaxed into this posture. Allow your breath to be natural, soft, and subtle. It is okay to have thoughts. Just observe that there is no voluntary thinking. If there is any spontaneous thought, let it pass like clouds in the sky. Be the vast, infinite sky, observing everything, engaging with nothing. Enjoy this moment of restful, still awareness. This is independent of everything and available to you in abundance. Keep your eyes closed. Stay still. Sarve bhavantu sukhinaḥ, sarve santu niramayah, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaśyit dukkha bhag bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Rub your palm against each other. Generate some heat. Cover your eyes with your palm and slowly open your eyes. Take your own time. So, I was traveling for a couple of weeks in the past, and then I had some chores to take care of, so I was not able to attend weekly group meditation. But I hope you guys have been practicing not just weekly but on a daily basis. And in previous sessions we have put a lot of emphasis on yama and niyama, the fundamentals of doing anything related to yoga. And when I say yoga, I don't mean just doing the physical posture. But when I say yoga, it means attempting for union, attempting to realize your full potential. So you might think, why so much emphasis on yoga, on yama and niyama? And we already discussed it in 3 different sessions, should be enough. But unfortunately, that is not the case. If only hearing about yama or niyama for 3 sessions of 30 minutes would have been enough for people, this world would have been a much better place. So it takes time. And that's why it is essential for us that we give it its due time. So to understand each aspect of yama and niyama properly, let's look a little bit deeper into what it entails. For example, let's talk about ahimsa, nonviolence. When we say nonviolence, it doesn't simply mean not throwing a punch at someone. That's the most visible and physical demonstration of violence. But when we say ahimsa or non-violence, it actually has to be implemented on 3 different levels. At a mental level, at the level of speech, and at the level of action. At the level of action, you already are aware that we should not be putting anyone at discomfort by our actions, physical discomfort. And then at the level of speech is what is being reminded to us on a very regular basis on our casual launch. When you see that pop up, is it true? Is it kind? Is it necessary? So the second part, is it kind, is what we are talking about. When we say something, before that, we need to understand the impact that it might create. Many people might argue that you want to say something and it is completely on the person who is receiving as to how he is going to receive it, and that would be the impact, and you cannot ascertain what would be the impact because you don't know the temperament of other person. But that's not entirely true. You shouldn't discount yourself from taking responsibility of what you say just because you cannot predict other person's response. It's still your responsibility to try to predict to best of your ability and then speak accordingly. And the last one is at the mental level, right? So if you think about it, we all violate the principle of non-violence at a mental level on a daily basis. The moment you try something and you fail at it, or the work does not turn up the way you expected it to, and then you do this self-talking that you are not good enough, that you are just dumb, you can't do it. All of that is considered self, violence towards self at a mental level. Even when you sit for meditation, why specifically in meditation mind group we are talking so much about yama and niyama. Every time you sit for meditation, you can put this practice in practice on the cushion as well. Obviously, these are something that you have to also put in practice when you are in conduct in the world. But even when you are at the cushion and your mind is wandering, instead of whacking your mind with a mantra, come back. You have to be gentle. Non-violence towards your own mind, towards your own self. So, there is a much deeper aspect to why non-violence is such an important part. Because if you look at the root cause of non-violence, you will see that it always begins from ignorance. If you think there is you and then there is a separate world, a separate person, a separate organization, the moment you think into these dualities, that you are separate from other things, other people, other beings, this illusion of being independent, this is at the root of any of the behavior which violates non-violence. If you understand and realize that you are deeply interconnected with everything,